Hello everyone, it's Pestis Corvus here. So today we're gonna be figuring out if I can beat New Game +5 or 6 with the Chikage. The Chikage is a trick weapon and it deals blood, physical, and thrust damage. The gimmick of this weapon is that it slowly chips away your health for each second that it is transformed. And I had to dress appropriately because the Crow of Canehurst is the only NPC that I've seen wield the Chikage. The way this run will work is I will try and use the gun as little as possible, and I will not use it to parry it at all. I will be defeating each and every boss in the game. 2 bosses, however, I couldn't show the ending of it. One of them was because of internet reasons, and the other one, my PS4 decided not to record the fight and only recorded 1 minute, which was the end of the fight. So I am extremely sorry for that. I would have really liked to show you the fight, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that. Also, I will be showing each and every death that I take, whether it be by a common enemy or a boss. And I start this off by going through this little shortcut here and killing these 2 dogs before they escape. Those dogs are really annoying when they're out of their cage. And then I talk to the nice lady over here, this nice old lady, very kind. And I don't knock again because she becomes cranky afterwards. I go and talk to Eileen the Crow about our common interests in plague doctors. Oh yes, they just look so cool, don't they? Now I go and open up this door, open up the next door, and then open up another door. Just for the shortcut, And with that, it's on to our first boss, the Cleric Beast. I didn't have much problem with the Cleric Beast because it is the first boss in the game, and the Chikage is usually melts through enemies. But that did not stop me from getting picked up and slammed against the ground. Very rude of you, Cleric Beast. You'll regret that. I pop a bone and dodge towards him to break his limb, and then continue hitting to break his other limb. And then I back away because, actually, I don't know. I just backed away. He jumps over me, and then I start hitting him again, back away, get hit, and, I have a very bad habit of backing away in a game that encourages, offense. And you'll see that be my downfall in a lot of the fights. But I do end up beating the Cleric Beast first try, and I managed to dodge him from grabbing me again. Don't want to get grabbed again. That would be very embarrassing for everyone to see. He slams against the ground, and he's being very rude, so I gotta put him in timeout after getting slammed against the ground again. And yeah, that's the first boss down. Easy peasy. Hopefully the rest of the run will be like that. I talked to the little girl and, feel bad for the news I'm gonna give to her later. I kill this pig bastard, and we're gonna pretend that this pig is dead for the rest of the run. No need to come back here, this pig is dead. He never spawns back, and, everything is good. I enter this elevator and start it, and then I cross the bridge, doing the best hezzy step I've ever done in gaming history. Did you see that? They all totally didn't almost hit me. And then I run past these 2, and then I go to the first mandatory boss. And while I'm recording, I didn't have my mic muted, so you're gonna hear that soon.
Beasts all over the shop. We will be one, sooner or later.
But fear not, that is only a temporary issue, because eventually I do remember that I don't need to have my mic on while I am recording, because I will not be reacting to any of the fights. And I do end up muting my mic so that the scenes and the cutscenes are not ruined. Now, the fight with Gascoigne. Gascoigne is not a hard boss, but I have never defeated him without parrying, so I am excited to see how I will do against him. I was excited to see how I would do against him without shooting, because, yeah, like I just said, I only ever fought him before by parrying him. A lot of the bosses in this game I've only fought by shooting a lot of the time, so it was actually a very fun experience, you know, excluding the gun from the equation. And you can probably tell by the way I am speaking that these voiceovers do not have a script. I am just thinking about what I'm gonna say after watching the scene. So I will stutter a lot, and I will probably mess some stuff up. And if I do mess some stuff up, you probably won't see it, because I'll probably edit it out and then redo the voiceover. And yes, I am editing this myself. I am my own editor, my own thumbnail artist. And I decided to go give the little girl the brooch from her mom. I did end up defeating Gascoigne first try, so that is the first mandatory boss down. And it's time to go to the Cathedral Ward. Alright, the Cathedral Ward. The Cathedral Ward is the marking of the actual game. This is no longer the tutorial of the game, and I will be finally having trouble with the game a little bit. This has to be one of my favorite parts of the game, as it is the safest here, and I can send NPCs here. And there's some secret stuff in this place as well. I talked to the Black Sludge over here, and he tells me to send NPCs here, which is what I was going to do anyways. This guy is very nice, and eventually asked to be my friend, but I do not want to be his friend. I get absolutely deleted by these dogs. These dogs need to be removed from the game. They are way too hard to beat in groups. It's not a skill issue. Then I make friends with Alfred, because a hunter is never alone. I finally get to do this trick after seeing so much people do it. Open up this shortcut and die here, because a werewolf has never followed me into this room before, and finally they decided to, apparently. When I get back, I open up the shortcut, and now it's time to fight the Blood-Starved Beast. Now you see, the Blood-Starved Beast is a boss I have never beaten without cheesing or just dying in general. So this was actually really fun learning the boss before, like, without shooting, without cheesing, and it took me 2 deaths to get it right. that's the blood-starved beast down. I go back to tell the old lady about the Odin Chapel. She was very happy about the news, but also very rude about it. I go and talk to this nice lady in the clinic. She says she wants to help people. I walk over here to promptly fall off with my enemy, collect my blood echoes, and go for round 2 because I want my revenge. And he slashes me to nothing. I literally got made sushi right there. I go back for round 3, and round 3, it took me as much tries to kill this guy as it did the blood-starved beast, and he killed himself. I drop off here to go into the workshop to get the umbilical cord and the comb, and I light the lamp. After that, I go to a whore's door and a skeptic's window, and I talk to Eileen again. In our conversation about Plague Doctor, she tells me not to go below the Odin Chapel, so obviously I listen. I go to have a nice chat with this hooded man in the alleyway and get rudely interrupted by this church guy who ends up killing me. Very rude. I was having a chat with that guy, man. I end up spawning at the abandoned old workshop and make a swift retreat to the hunter's dream, to go back. I opt not to get my blood echoes back and let this man beat me to death in the alleyway. And the guy tried to interrupt us again. Dude, I'm dead. You can stop swinging. Huh. Always wondered what it looked like to be kidnapped. Guess I now know. He leaves me in this cell, and I quickly wake up. I changed my outfit for the only time this run just to forget to tell her about the Odin Chapel in the clinic, and I have bad memory, screw me. I open up this door, open up the other shortcut, and go to fight Dark Beast Parl. Oh, who's a good boy? You are. Ow, hey. Stop, you're hurting me. That's a bad dog. Bad boy. I'm gonna have to teach this bad dog a lesson. I'll teach him to kill me. I go and talk to Dajara and choose to spare the beasts of Old Yarnum, except for 2. And he decides to tell me information that I already know. I open up the Grand Cathedral Ward door just to not go in because I want to fight the Witches of Hemwork first. Because I don't want to have to deal with those spawns while I'm on my way there. These dogs try and attack me. And now it's time for the Witches of Hemwick. I was gonna show you guys the fight, but come on. It's the Witches of Hemwick. They're pretty easy, so I just skipped the fight. Again, I am sorry about the mic. So, Vicar Amelia. She was a stepping stone for my first playthrough, as she was a lot of people. But with how experienced I am now, she is not much of a problem. I break her limb here, opening her up for a visceral. And she almost gets me here by biting me. It definitely scared me, but she decides to roar instead of killing me. I tactically roll here because I thought she had an AoE, even though I knew she didn't. And yeah, that's Vicar Amelia. She wasn't much of a trouble as well. I touch the skull, and get some hallucinations about some old crusty crustacean. He talks about blood a lot. Well, that was weird. Anyways, I talked to Alfred about, Vile Bloods, despite being dressed as the Vile Blood. I tell the doorkeeper the password. Oh, hey! Huh. Anyways, I go up the longest ladder ever in any video game. Like, seriously, why is this ladder so long? I pull this lever for later access, even though I'll never use this access point ever again. No, seriously, I'll never use this access point again. I grab the Kaner summons and go to this guy who tells me about a godhead and a certain amygdala. And I talk to this guy. We don't talk about him. Oh, hey guys, where did you come from? Well, I'm gonna stab you guys. You guys don't... Well then. I'm back for my revenge. I'm not gonna die like last time. This time is the time I win. Huh. That's not good on my reputation. There's no way I'm losing this time. You guys are going down now. Anyways, I teach Yuri for trying to whip me or poke me, and then I quickly open up a chest behind her. It's not a very important chest though. Now it's time for the vacuous spider ROM. I'm gonna be honest, not a very exciting fight. Probably why I ended up editing out some of the parts of the fight. So it starts off with me hitting her, and then backing off. So I just decided to edit out a good bit of this fight. Oh, hey there, lady. What are you doing? Why are you crying? What are you looking at? Oh, yeah, that is pretty beautiful. I would be crying too. It's making me feel very sleepy though. Did I just get drugged? I like this lamp and grab my amygdala.
Oh, amygdala, have mercy on the poor bastard.
I light the lamp for the bottom part of it and then leave immediately. Huh, that's weird. Isn't there enemies here? What is happening right now? I should investigate. Yep. Oh, Eileen. You want to talk about plague doctors again? Hello? Eileen? You there? Hello? Oh, jeez.
Hunt makes hunters mad.
That's not canon. Okay, old lady, someone's gotta put you back on your meds.
Hunters must die.
Welp, time to stand here for no reason whatsoever. The one reborn. I died to him a few times because I underestimated how hard he hits. Like, geez, my health just got nothing. It's nothing now. I go and collect my 1,000,000 blood echoes and pulled Hunter's Mark out of there. Apparently, because I suck at killing these witches, I end up paying for it, as you can see right here. And this is the fight after I killed all the witches. It's not a very engaging fight. So, yeah. Hey man, it's okay. I know school's hard. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry, I'll kill your principal for you. Yep, just what friends do, you know? I light the lamp in the fake nightmare, the real nightmare is later, and go back to the hunter's dream. Now it's time for Upper Cathedral Ward. I make my way through the scary place and open up this door. Man, look at how beautiful that moon is. Anyways, I open up the gate with the lever, kill this blue blob, and now it's time to fight Celestial Emissary. The Celestial Emissary fight is not a very hard one, and with the Chikage, it makes it even easier. I am able to easily pinpoint the real boss, and I melt through his health bar like butter. I mean, look at this. He's almost dead already. His little minions try and help him, but they are no match for my wrath. But I do end up backing away because these things hit like a truck if you let them hit you. Celestial Emissary decides to just hit grass the entire time. And, you know, he goes down without a hitch. Oh, well, except for that hit. Other than that, yeah, Celestial Emissary, not a very hard boss. Now, Ebrightus. Ebrightus is definitely a hard boss if she decides to, well, hit you while you're backing up, charge at you, and, you know, if you're right next to her while she does the headbutt, she kind of just depletes her health bar to nothing. She was definitely the cause for most of my deaths in the main game. She for some reason would always end up hitting me, and you know, she hits like a truck in New Game +5 or 6, and she is usually, she was one of the bosses that I had a lot of trouble with my first time fighting her. She is definitely one of the hardest bosses in the main game. I mean, just look at this range. Crazy, man. I was like in a different continent and she hit me. And then she decides to spit on my grave. Wow. How could she just spit on my grave like that? That was so rude. I thought better of you, Ebrightus. Look, Ebrightus, a kiss is not gonna make it feel better. You need to take responsibility for the damage you've caused. Wow, woman, am I right? You ask for an apology and they slap you around. And then apparently summon the cosmos on you. Okay, that hug really hurt Ebrightus. Okay, now this is getting embarrassing. I've never lost so much to her in any of my other cycles except for the first cycle that I ever fought her against. Why does she hit so hard? I cannot let this disrespect slide. I gotta win next. I open up the door to the Nightmare Frontier. Once I spawn in, I go to the shortcut just to do the skip. You know, sit down, leave really fast. You know, I'm not going through the Nightmare Frontier actually because that place is like, I don't like how long it is. It's very unnecessary. Anyways, now it's time to fight Amygdala. I also usually only cheese Amygdala, so this is probably why I end up dying like this. So I do end up cheesing her in the actual run because this freaking move is like AIDS and apparently always kills me. Then before I die, she decides to do another version of it. I get crushed right here. Very uncalculated. But at least I didn't die as much as I did against Ebrightus, so at least there's that. This is the run that I end up winning. I think it's a really long fight because I end up just going for her legs a lot of the time. Anyways, time for Canehurst Castle. Now, this is the boss that the internet went out and I lost all of the fight that I ended up winning, and probably a longer bit of the recording. So I did lose a good bit of the recording, so I actually don't know how many times I have died to Logarius. As you saw, I just skipped it. Did the jump skip thing. Now, those of you that have a PS4 know that you can only record in 60-minute windows. And the internet going out meant that all the recording I had of Martel Garius was lost. All I could have saved was me grabbing his crown and lighting the lamp. That's literally all I could save. So I am very sorry about that. I grab the unopened summons and go to give it to Alfred. And then I go back to the Queen to see what's popping, you know? I need to see what's happening.
Look, I've done it. I've done it. Smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity. What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see. You, is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have.
You do you, buddy. You do you. And with that, it's time for...
Cause. Or some say cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
Everyone's favorite boss to hate, Mikolash. And yes, I did die to his first phase. And to some random things on the stairs. I completely underestimated how much they hurt. And the most embarrassing part of this, I didn't even end up dying to his second phase. It's truly weird how fate works, you know? Because it only took me 2 tries to beat Mikolash. Mostly because I learned how to dodge a call beyond. I don't know how I learned, I just did. So, the best way I found to beat Mikolash Phase 2 is to stick close so that he doesn't use a call beyond. But if he does use a call beyond, you just dodge forward and to the left. That is the most consistent way I found to dodge a call beyond. Like, you get as far as you can from him, and then you wait, and then you dodge. That's it. And, you know, with that...
I'll forget everything!
Rude? Jeez. I decide to make contact with this blob, and he decides to give me a great one's wisdom, and I very quickly beat him. I mean, look at how quick this is, so quick. I kill him so very quickly. He does not have too much HP. He has the lowest HP of any enemy in this game, as you can see. He is dying so quickly, in fact, that I am not going to talk anymore because he dies way too quickly. With that, it's time for Murgo's Wet Nurse. I probably could have beat her first try if I didn't get so greedy right here. And, you know, greed is the downfall for most people. It's truly unfortunate that I couldn't get her first try. And with my second try, I decided not to run during her nightmare mode like an idiot and got hit right here. And then immediately she finished me off right. And, you know, you're about to see the reason why I like the Chikage, because while you're hitting, it applies rapid poison, which really lets me melt through Murgo's Wet Nurse, which is why I almost beat her first try if it wasn't for my greed. So yeah, here's the fight. And something I forgot to mention at the start of this video, this is like the first time I ever actually used the Chikage, because I actually didn't like the tick damage it did, so that's why I decided to make a video on it, because I basically like never used it. So yeah, so that's the reason why I decided to use the Chikage. Man, this is really lasting a long time, isn't it? I had no idea it lasted this long in the nightmare mode or whatever, nightmare fog. Now, stick with me as I emote on a dying baby, as most hunters do, you know, he's just crying there. I just start, yeah, I ended up beating this boss. Let's go. Not a very big stepping stone, but, I beat it. Oh, goodbye, baby. I consumed the umbilical cord, and then consume another umbilical cord. Go to collect the third from the person that I ended up saving. And, I also did not go to the schizophrenic nurse. And now it's time for Gehrman.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream. Dear, oh dear, what was it? The hunt, the blood, or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Gammon joins the hunt.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass 7 different ways to Sunday, old man.
Must accept your death. Be freed from that.
What the? Where am I? This looks like the cathedral ward. That's weird. This place looks exactly like the cathedral ward. Where am I? What is this place? Why is it daylight? Oh my... Thank... a person that isn't trying to kill me. Let me open up this door. I talked to this guy with the bag, and he tells me about the nightmare. I light this lamp, and...
Please, help us. Alongside this, the great terror looms. Have mercy upon us.
Let the deaths begin. Ludwig was the first and only nightmare of this nightmare because he consists of most of my deaths throughout the entire run.
all along. My true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
Finally! Yes!
Good hunter, have you seen the thread of light? Just a hair, a fleeting thing. Yet I clung to it, steeped as I was in the stench of blood and beasts. I never wanted to know what it really was. Really, I didn't.
Jeez, I know, right? Anyways, I make quick work with these two women because they aren't really that strong against my Chikage. And... I guess I forgot that. Let me just grab this, and yeah, that never happened. I always had this thing. I light the lamp, grab Lawrence's skull, and make my way up to the rooftop to do the lever thing. And then I bold Hunter's Mark out of there, because I don't really want to explore this place. It's unnecessary. Anyways, time for living failures. that boss out of the way, it is time for...
A corpse should be left well alone. Oh, I know very well how the secrets beckon so sweetly. Only an honest death will kill you now. Eliminate you from your wild curiosity.
Another boss that I've only ever parried. It was quite fun learning her moveset. But unfortunately, even though I've only ever parried her to death, she was quite easy to beat after the, I think the fourth try, because she hit me with this combo that I've actually never seen and I couldn't break out of. I hold up the celestial dial and admire her chair, because I've never actually seen her chair survive a fight before. I listen to this guy talk.
Blasphemous murderers, blood-crazed fiends. Atonement for the wretches by the wrath of Mother Goss. Mercy for the poor innocent child. Mercy. Oh, please.
I go and kick down this shortcut, talk to my friend.
Who are you? I'm afraid I've made a bunch of things.
Go and avenge him. Open up this shortcut and opt to fight Lawrence first. Yeah, I'm cranky when I wake up too, Lawrence. But, Lawrence is the second highest death count I had with bosses, as he has annoying hit boxes, and, you know, he's just hits like a truck as well. He's very annoying, he's on fire, and, you know, one of the hardest bosses in the game. I had trouble with him my first playthrough the most when I fought him the first time. I mean, look at how far I was right here. Seriously. Now this was just a skill issue. Now it's time for Orphan of Cause. Now this was the boss that I was talking about that only saved a minute after beating him. So yeah, I am sorry that I could only get a minute at the end. I'm not sure why my PS4 only saved a minute, but at least you will get to see some of the deaths that I had, because some of the deaths were also in the 60-minute video that I had that only saved a minute. I really wish I could have showed you guys how I beat him. It was a pretty big milestone for me, since I've also only ever killed him by parrying him with my gun a lot of the time. And he wasn't too hard, I guess, but I did die a lot to his first phase due to impatience.
Sweet child of Kos, returned to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
I'm back, old man. I'm ready to beat you up.
Damn it.
Now you see, Gehrman is a pretty easy boss if you can parry him. He moves really fast and he does a lot of damage. So I opted to use the lead elixir so that I can hit him while he's hitting me, and that's basically how I ended up beating him before dying a few times. At least it isn't as bad as the DLC deaths, though. Yeah, I wasn't about to beat this boss with one health vial. Well, there I go. Time to second try him, I guess. So yeah, that was Bloodborne with the Chikage. This was heavily inspired by other Bloodborne creators. It gave me a reason to actually upload, and I wanted to actually challenge myself in Bloodborne. So huge thanks to them. And yeah, that's this video done. See you guys later.
Oh, good hunter.